570S has been so much fun, but might be time that Mickey gets a new home. So we got to take the wrap off. There might be a new addition to the family, so you got to stay to the end to find out what it is. So let's get the wrap off and we'll go from there. Yeah. Oh, it's satisfying just to... Goodbye, Pinky. So now to tell you why we pulled the wrap off of the McLaren. This is the reason why we had to pull the wrap off of the McLaren. This is the reason my fingers are raw. A new 992 GT3 had to happen. Everybody knows it was gonna happen. We were just the last ones to know it was gonna happen. We used to have a 991 GT3 RS and that car, amazing, so fun. But I sold it to get the McLaren 570S, and I love the McLaren. There's nothing wrong with the McLaren at all. I just didn't drive it a lot. I don't know why, but we've had this less than 24 hours, and I have taken it everywhere. I think it was made for me. The feel, the seating, the steering, everything. The brakes, they thought of me when they designed this. I'm just kidding, okay? It's a joke. What better way to break in a new car than to take it on a road trip? We're just gonna go drive, have fun, and see how we like the car. So let's go. This car is so fun. It's a manual and I love it. It has 3 different modes that you can drive it. It has the normal mode, it has a track mode, and sport mode. I love the sport mode because when you downshift, it matches revs for you. For me, I love it because I love the sound of it. To me, the sound of cars is like one thing that attracts me to the car. It really just grabs my attention. So on its own stock, this car sounds so good. I would say you might not need to do anything to it, but what is the motto at Charlie Ventures? Modify everything. So we will be doing a tune and exhaust to this. Love the manual. I love the feel of being able to shift gears on my own, to downshift on my own. I like that. Some people don't. Some people prefer the PDK, which I totally get because that is amazing as well. I like the suspension. You can make it stiff if you want. When you sit in this, I can see perfectly. I can see over the steering wheel. The one thing it does need though are the seat brackets. The seat kind of tilts you forward, so there's seat brackets that you can buy that just kind of tilt the seat back. You know, funny story, I don't condone the Porsche list. I just don't. But I condone the Porsche list when I'm on it, which I'm not, so I don't condone it. Tom and Scott over at Lambo found this thing and called Jeff, and he went and picked it up, and I'm really glad he did. Jeff's in front of me in the Penny Joe Girl, the 911 Safari car. We drove the Porsches down to St. George. It's almost 300 miles from where we live. I enjoyed being in the car. It just handles, it turns, everything it does, it's perfect. It fills together. The Germans know what they're doing. Look at this. When you go on drives and stuff, you can explore, you see new things, like this little abandoned house over there, an old building over there that who knows what it was and when it was built, but it's old and historical. It's lovely driving. It's brilliant. It's put together so well. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart. It stays together. It feels like this is what it was made for. To drive in canyons, on track, to take you from point A to point B and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the drive. Everybody should have fun driving. The lights on this thing are amazing. Like, they are so good. Sometimes I have a hard time driving at night, but in this, there were no issues at all. I would say the lights, 10 stars. Is that how many stars you can give something? I don't know. So now I'm in Penny Joe, the 1984 911 Safari car. I wish I had